Why'd you bring him here in the first place, asshole?
Okay, so
Dad,
thanks
calm down.
for being useless, Larry, and finally helping when it was too late and I'd taken care of the problem myself.
Well, to be fair, gouging the eyes out apparently doesn't work too well.
We asked you point blank, was he bitten, and you said no. He wasn't. Well, your not bitten friend here came back to life and tried to kill my wife. What?
Wait, you didn't ask him if he was
What the hell are you
bitten.
talking about?
We asked if the other guy was bitten.
I think they said we're all not bitten.
You come back no matter how you die. If you don't
Now here's a
destroy the
little bit
brain,
of a
that's just
twist.
what
Here's where
happens.
we learn that
It's gonna
if you
happen to
die
all of us.
at all, for any reason, you come back as a walker.
It's not really a twist, though. I mean, the Romero universe works that way.
It
I
was
didn't realize that.
a twist in the comic book and television show, way more than it was in this one, where it just comes out.
When I first saw it happen,
I still don't consider it a twist. I consider it more of an establishment of the rules, like garlic
Yeah.
works, but not crosses. It's or against vampires. It's
Sure.
sort of a
Sure.
rule establishment
It's-
more than it is a twist.
Oh, I
I
thought
would
you were
call it a
talking about
twist because
zombies
it's-
there, Ken.
I would call it a twist because it's a clear reversal of expectations. I mean, like, it's clear that they didn't expect people to appreciate these rules. No one was expecting that guy to come back. Everyone was talking earlier, like, has he been bitten, rather than, like, is he going to die?
String come from? Watch where you're walking.
I would definitely qualify this as
who
a
are those
twist.
people? I don't know.
I like how these human beings blundered into Doug's alarm system.
Shit, where do these strings come from? I guess we could find
Let's-
out.
Let's just
I
keep
don't know,
pulling
I
on
think-
them.
There's just two of them. We need to make a stand.
No, we have a routine. We don't confront them if we don't have to.
You alright? Yeah, just getting untangled. I don't know.
I say we
He
sneak
got
up behind them, stab
tangled
them in the
in
back,
it.
and eat their eyeballs.
That's far enough.
I don't know why these guys are all up against the fence. I'd be sitting in one of the motel rooms crying.
No problem.
I would be finding some way to wash
Are
the
you
eyeball
armed?
juice off my
Yeah.
thumbs. That's what I'd be doing if I was
protection.
leaving.
Dead could be anywhere.
You just walk up to Larry and wipe your thumbs
I
off
think
on
you
his
got
polo
the upper
shirt.
hand here.
Yes.
What do you need gas for?
Alright, these look
Our
like a
place
couple
is
of
protected
fine,
by an
upstanding
electric
citizens.
fence. Generators provide the electricity.
Our generators run on gas. Look, we own a dairy.
I like how he had to point out that the generators run on gas.
Y'all be willing to lower your guns. We can talk about some kind of.
I actually
We got a
really
couple
like
giant
Food on
hamsters.
food.
this game. Really does the whole post-apocalypse
Lee, why don't you and Mark
distrust
take
of
this
others
up?
thing in a way that I think Obsidian really
Improve the numbers.
failed to do with the Fallout series.
So,
Obsidian slash
what are y'all
Bethesda.
thinking?
What about Black Hawk? What happens if we
Well,
say
the
no
thing-
deal? Because I
In
mean, we end up
Vegas,
going
if-
there anyway.
You get overridden, I think, by your friends.
Well, then you can rub their noses in it later.
All right, let's do it. Plus,
What, you
Kenny
implying
is the
something
one who's
bad is
suspicious.
going to happen, Seamus?
Good vibe here at the motel.
Good vibe.
No.
Well,
It's
try
just,
Daddy-o.
you know.
I'm sorry the folks with the food supply and defenses
against going
didn't
to the
tickle your
dairy.
pretty pink ass.
Oh, so that's
We
why
need
you
to
go,
think like a
because
group,
Larry
Lee.
wants to go.
This affects everyone.
Then we vote. If everyone agrees, then we'll send you guys with some gas to check
You know,
the
the,
place
the
out.
nice thing about, watching Larry
Then
be an
we'll
asshole
stay
in
in this
retrospect
wretched roach motel
is
with
that
your
when
recreational
the events that
paper
happen
right
later,
there.
I can take
Plus,
any
if you
negative
stay
feelings
close
I
to
have
people,
and
we have
just
access to the
block them
pharmacy
out.
For Dad. Kenny, Katja,
Isn't that how people feel like about, say, Ana Lucia and Lost or whatever?
Dad.
You really, Rutskarn, you don't feel like it's kind of rubbing salt in
I
the
say
wound?
we do it. I'm in. If they're offering food, we gotta at least check it out.
Clementine, what do you think?
We
Aww.
very hungry.
All right.
I like that you
Looks like
talked to
we're going to a
Clementine
dairy.
about it. Also, she's so adorable.
Nobody lets Duck vote.
So, this dairy.
Duck, what do you
guys really
think?
have food?
I like Batman.
We lost most of the cattle, but we still have lots of milk, butter, and cheese stocked up.
And with the vegetables,
I
we
love
grow,
how
we got
tense this
plenty
walk
of
is
food.
because the entire time you're expecting to be ambushed.
Thanks for coming along.
Yes. Oh, I was totally feeling that. Like, why else in a TV show? It's like, why else would we have this walk? Although here's another instance where instead of doing the shot reverse shot, you get in so many games you have characters doing things. that it makes the world feel a little more active, and it makes it feel like you're moving the plot forward as well as, you know, the characters and getting the characterization
Plus,
out of the
it
way.
helps creates a transition between the two locations.
Shouldn't have turned down that food.
Yes, as opposed to, oh, we've just teleported here and we don't know how far apart they are. Although I never did get a sense, how far is the dairy? Like a few hours by foot, I guess?
It's just a laser pointer.
Well, I like that it's through the forest.
I mean, thank God Lee showed up when he did.
I like the idea that you have to go through, like, you pass
why
through
don't you
another
tell us a little more
biome,
about yourself,
essentially.
Lee?
Where are you from?
I grew up in Maine.
Well, I killed a man.
I hear
Oh,
no
sorry.
other
Shit.
That's what
I
I
mean,
like to hear. Y'all seem pretty
I'm a
snowed in with
fine,
that motor.
upstanding citizen.
Who's running things over there?
I've never been to jail or murdered a senator.
I am.
You?
Shooting cops with shotguns?
So,
No
interesting
thanks.
thing about that one is that choice doesn't seem very
many people
important,
you got
but if you
over
have
there
Carly with you, she pushes you to be the leader.
Enough to defend ourselves.
Like that instead of talking with Duck about like Doug about laser pointers, if you have Carly with
Well,
you, she's like
we'd love
talking
to
about
get
how
you
you need to
all
assert
out
your
for the day.
leadership.
Like I said, we got plenty of food, and quite frankly, we could always
You are
use an
born to
extra
be
helping
king.
hand.
You are meant to be king. You have a regal bearing. You think Stannis has this?
That's great. Everything helps.
Mama's been running a dairy for well, as long as I can remember, but now it's.
You think you're gonna cut me out of this?
Shit, get down.
No one's trying to
It's all
cut you out of
crouched in an
anything.
open road.
Gary, you're always pulling this shit.
Bandits.
Oh man, okay. Looks like there's just a couple DayZ players over there. Let's just wait for them to sort it out, and then we'll keep going.
And you guys were keeping it all for yourself.
Oh god, they built a helicopter. Run!
What are you gonna
Clearly the thing to do is to wait for one of them to kill the other and then kill the survivor. And then get all the stuff.
Hope they move on.
fuck you?
Why does he have 24 EpiPens?
I think these are foul language bandits.
Asshole.
I just want to pop out of the bush and be like,
Down here.
language, young man.
Come on. Let's get to the dairy where it's
There are children present.
I mean, I see what they're doing there. I don't know how much further we want to talk about what's going to happen, but they're trying to establish that there are bad guys who are openly bad, and you know they're bad.
Yeah.
There are acceptable targets in this game.
Here it is.
They're a little
St. John's
cartoonishly evil,
family
though.
dairy.
They
Well,
are.
the idea is to lure you into a sense of
Y'all can
security
see
with
how we
the
kept this
St.
place so
John's
safe.
because you're with the St. John's, and they're not those crazy guys with shotguns
You betcha.
screaming
They fry like
obscenities.
bugs in a zapper. We're pushing
Yeah,
4,000
and to be fair, the
volts.
St. John's turned out to be totally
Generators
safe
and
and
amps.
legit, and there's no problems.
Wow.
So.
You guys must know a thing or two about running wire.
Had a guy who did, yeah.
Also, I think
I gotta say, this place looks really idyllic.
that's what I was going to say. I think the fact that it's a farm that is vaguely reminiscent of Herschel's farm is intentional. This feels very like safe and inviting, and that's the whole. This scene and the scene we just saw, I think, are all designed to make you feel really at home here.
This farm looks a lot like the version of Herschel's farm in the television show, where it's really big and expansive.
Yeah, it feels more like that than the one we saw.
I do like that later on you do get an opportunity to say, I don't think your murder fence is a sustainable proposition.
They got a few more friends staying at the old motel.
Oh my goodness, that place is pretty vulnerable. Have you got someone with survival?
Yeah, really, you have to keep feeding gasoline into this fence. If you want to keep out walkers, a regular wooden fence would be way more practical, takes no energy.
That place isn't safe like it is here. Now that y'all are
But then
here-
you'd have to
They
deal with
can't
all the
bolt
ninja
open.
zombies that can jump the vents.
Yeah. This strikes me as something that you'd find in the back of like a middle school survivalist zombie defense
brought some
journal.
gasoline on
I want
board.
like a fence that like we power it with gasoline we steal from cars, and it like electrifies the zombies like.
To be fair, it is revealed later that they have problems with raiders, and the fence probably keeps the raiders out about as well as it keeps the zombies out, where a wooden fence would be jumpable by a guy with a bow and arrow or a gun.
That's right.
That's
Hopefully
true.
Maybelle will make it through this bout of whatever she's got and be with us for a good long
Although if
while.
raiders really can't get over this fence,
Yeah,
then
seriously.
they are the world's crappiest raiders.
Just get a board.
A vet? Oh my! Our prayers have been answered.
Thanks, Mark.
for the day.
Thank you, Mark.
Stop telling them about everything, God damn it.
Smack Mark in the head.
You know, Mark, it's exactly that kind of logic and proactive thinking that tells me you're gonna go far.
Danny, why don't you come help me out in the kitchen?
I feel really bad for
leg up
people
on
who
your fellow
legitimately have
survivor.
not played this game and have no idea what's going to happen.
It's been spoiled.
We are really laying it on
They
thick.
know what's going on.
Take this.
Well, yeah, no idea, meaning they don't know exactly the circumstances in which Mark will be perfectly fine for the rest of the game.
Why don't you take a look around?
And yet,
They don't know the exact circumstances of his perfect safety.
And yet Ben somehow escapes unscathed.
Fry and end up knocking over a post. It'd be a
That just
big help if you could walk
the fact that switch doesn't get turned on with him for another 2 episodes does feel a little weird, having played through the later episodes.
Get me when you're ready.
That is true. Later on, Ben is going to make some mistakes and just have trouble just thinking clearly and doing things right. But he doesn't seem to be.
He's going to go to Vegas and
of
lose all of his money. We'll have to bail
But
him
he
out.
doesn't invest a lot.
He actually gives money to a Nigerian spammer.
This place is as safe as they're telling us.
Right. Obviously.
And then he's surprised when his bank account is empty.
I noticed
So this is, I think, I don't know if it's happening now or after you get the group here, but maybe it's happening now. This is the closest we get in episode 2 to a real complicated puzzle, I think.
I'll keep my eyes open.
Yeah.
You find out what you
Yeah. Okay. So, I consider this the most complicated puzzle in the game because it's the only one I never solved. Which is, you got this swing here, and Lee thinks it would be a good idea to show these guys that we can.
How did you not solve this puzzle?
Do this shit.
How did you not
There
solve
are
this
2
puzzle? This
steps
is an
to this
easy puzzle.
I
You
couldn't find
get some
anything to hold
things
it
and
up
you
with.
fix the puzzle. You go
It's in
talk
the
to
chest
the
on the
mom,
porch,
isn't it?
Josh. It's on the
Or
chest
is
on the
that what
porch.
it is? Yeah.
Oh,
It is?
I'm
I
with
never
Josh.
found the string.
I'm with Josh. I had the same thing. I didn't find it, but of course I was a little gun shy of just rushing to new areas. You don't want to like move on. I had intended to solve it, but then you do some other stuff, and suddenly the plot moves forward, and you can no longer repair it.
I totally metagamed it. I'm like, this is a problem that needs to be solved. Let's fix it, and ended up exploring the entire area and finding the.
I explored the entire area and never found the rope.
Well, yeah, here's the other thing. This is pretty pointless. Like,
well, we started to call
yeah,
them zombies,
but again,
then the editor popped in and said we don't do that in this universe.
We used to sit out here some nights and watch the sons of bitches sizzle and pop when they got too close.
You call them walkers?
These days, I guess.
We like to call them the undead corpses, strolling dead dudes
They all
we
work
shoot.
together to do the trick, like us.
That's funny. We call them all Maurice.
We can't be the
I
first
don't even know how we got started doing that.
Well, no, we've made similar
Dishonored
deals
calls
with
them
other
weepers.
folks, trading for gas and food, but ultimately they moved on, looking for the people.
What is the name for zombies in the Thief universe? Is it just zombies?
Mark and I can help you with that
I think it's just zombies
Oh,
or the
good.
undead.
Oh wait,
That's what
shit.
stop a walker in
Did
about
I
3
just
or 4
jump
seconds,
ahead?
but Gets overloaded if we leave the husks out there.
Oops.
We call them Rock'em Zock'em Walkers.
If you want to stay here and finish up with the generators.
Well, that'd be great. I'll turn
Yeah,
off
you
the
just skipped
northwest
ahead. You skipped
section
the
and,
puzzle. It doesn't matter.
strip 'em off and look for
Oh,
It doesn't matter.
We
It doesn't.
could have talked
It really
to the
doesn't
mom
do
a
anything.
bit, but yeah.
Stay attentive. You never know.
Again, it's an aesthetic thing. It makes you feel accomplished. It makes you feel like if you're trusting these guys, and I fix your fence, or I fix your, not fence, your swing, and they're like, hey, you fixed our swing, that's fantastic. Our papa loved that swing, or whatever it is, and you feel like you're getting to know these guys and trust them, but that's really what it is it's really borderline emotioneering, and wow, look at how expansive that is.
Is it safe enough for us to stay? I don't know. I jumped ahead in the dialogue sequences and looked at the fence for 2 seconds.
Everyone besides Larry.
He wouldn't be such a pain in the ass if you weren't telling him we were talking behind his back all the time.
Yeah, Mark.
I'm sorry.
Stop ruining everything. It's just like that time on Herschel's farm.
That guy's a piece of shit.
Relax.
Really, you're
not
gonna be
making
civil?
things Any better riling him up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's one. Ugh.
Hey, stop talking about Larry, Mark. You're not half the
Please,
man he
it's
is.
dead.
Come on, let's push it off.
Andy said when this fence is working, the walkers go up like a tree branch on a power line. If those lights
I
are
love
out,
that,
means the
by the
fence
way,
is
the
up,
fact
right?
that you have to actually do it. It makes it feel like something's going to
Yes.
Maybe the same.
This feeds into the whole, like, the game is very aware that it's a game, and it messes with its own mechanics and the way it gives you feedback regularly in order to make you, basically to manipulate your emotions.
How many games would be improved if all those cutscenes where your character has something bad happen to them, how many of them could be improved by simply making you be the one to push the button as opposed to
Yeah,
your
seriously,
character
where
walks in?
your cutscene stupidity is player initiated rather than just being like, oh, Kai Lang is there, let me not shoot him for forever.
Actually, it might help developers to, like, not make that stupid mistake. Wait, we can't expect people to pound this button that obviously drops an anvil on their head, because no player's going to want to push that button. Maybe we should make this
utopian vision, Seamus.
Maybe we should make this less obviously retarded.
Just like everywhere else.
Yes, that is blind idealism.
There's another one.
I see it.
What?
Yeah, no, Mark. I think
How is
their
that one
plan
hanging
that
there like
involves
that?
endlessly acquiring gasoline is totally sustainable, you guys.
So just dig for oil.
I don't think we should be suspicious of these guys at all. They're only offering us free unlimited food forever in exchange for the gasoline we have now. That seems totally reasonable. Even though they clearly don't need our help.
Nope.
Christ. I can't stop thinking about dinner.
You keep on thinking about dinner, Mark. You think about dinner for the next foreseeable future, wherein you are capable of thinking about dinner.
Too, Mark.
By the way, if you haven't played this episode, you should really go play it now.
Yes.
Now's the time.
I think so.
You know what makes me
Also,
hungry?
if you haven't
charred and blackened corpses off a fence.
This one must have knocked it over.
Also, if you haven't eaten now would be an excellent time to do that before we, move on to the next thing.
Grab a hunk of pork.
Good idea.
Yeah, I just want some pig for a long time.
Oh
Start
man,
eating some sushi.
this place is falling apart. We need to
exposit about this zombie here.
This place is too exposed.
Sorry,
we need to work on defense. Thank you, Rutskarn. That was for you.
You know, I don't know much about fences, but I do know that if it's fallen over like that, it's not a very good fence.
Correct.
Oh no, Mark! What cruel twist of fate!
Arrow!
I solemnly swear that never again will I allow Mark to come to harm.
God is my witness.
This is the beginning, I think, of the way they start doing puzzles subsequent to episode 1, where it's more dynamic. Like, compare this to the episode we just saw where we completed the motorcade, where that was a big multi-part action puzzle. This is very, very short and very brief and has about 2 parts, but it's very tense. And that's the way the game starts heading.
It is pretty amazing that these guys have infinity arrows and that they're willing to shoot them at us forever.
Is there a freaking brake here that I need to...
Isn't there a block in front of the wheel?
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Sorry, I didn't think it was a good idea to stick my head out in front of the tractor to look.
Back to the house.
Look at me, Mark. Bet you wish you could do this. With your arm like that. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Oh.